Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have a interesting match on our hands here. Daniil Medvedev versus Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Thank you to everyone who's already started streaming in. Love to see you guys here as always. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, of course. They've only played each other once before, so it was a bit of a scrappy Madrid match on the clay. 3-set win for Daniil Medvedev, but we all know that he's much better on the hard courts, and especially indoors, his serve is so potent. For Davidovich Fokina, he's actually more comfortable on the clay, so probably doesn't make great reading, to be honest. But it was only one match. He has had some decent results recently, of course, beating, well, a pretty good opponent in his first round of the Australian Open, in fact. And ended up losing Tommy Paul, who made the semi-finals. There's no real shame in that. Took him to 5. And you can see here, for Davidovich Fokina, he actually beat Alexander Bublik, who isn't on the best of runs, but beat him in 5 sets. A good win there. Then, of course, here got beaten by Tommy Paul, the eventual semi-finalist. Beat Hugo Humbert, although he had to pull out due to injury, but it was 1-1 there. Lost in straight sets to qualifier. A home favourite in Hallis, Quinton Hallis, who's a very interesting player, by the way. Medvedev, of course, disappointing. Australian Open, hasn't played since losing to Sebastian Korda after beating Millman and Giron. So we are going to be getting underway here now by the looks of it, which is fantastic. That's what we'd like to see. And here we go. It will be Alejandro Davidovich Fokina to start us off. And indoors, love it. It's interesting. First serve is a let, so he will replay it. I'm intrigued to see how Davidovich Fokina matches up. Is he able to stick with Medvedev on an indoor hard court? First serve down the middle, backhand down the middle from Medvedev. Forehand into in, forehand to forehand now. And the forehand from Medvedev goes long. The crowd very, very quiet, by the way. It's a very eerie type of atmosphere by the looks of it. I know they always have it very kind of blacked out and the court's almost quite dim, but it's interesting. Serge on the tee is long, and Greg says, hope this is a good one. Yeah, me too. Me too. I really hope it is a good one, honestly. Right, second serve. Second serve goes into the body. Backhand down the middle from Medvedev. Forehand from Davidovich Fokina goes long. It is 15 all. Tried to go for the into and forehand, but blazes it long. Ashley says, hello, everyone. Hi, Ashley. How are you doing? Great to have you on, as always. Serve out wide from Davidovich Fokina. Slice serve. Forehand from Medvedev cross court. Forehand on the line from Davidovich Fokina. And then he comes to the net to volley. I tell you what, it's a pretty easy volley. Medvedev does manage to hit the backhand cross pretty low with the net and makes it more awkward than maybe he'd like the Spaniard, but still should be making it, but slides and hits that volley wide in the end. So 15-30 under some pressure straight away in this opening service game. Serge on the tee, backhand down the middle from Medvedev, backhand to backhand now. Down the line goes the Spaniard. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand. Good angles found from both. Medvedev scrambling here. The ball seems to be bouncing really low on these indoor courts. Into that forehand from Fokina. Then goes backhand cross again. Backhand on the stretch from Medvedev. Not able to get that one back over the net. So it is 30 all. Kian says, Dev in 18 games. 18 games. That's very specific. So you must be saying then... 18 games. Okay, so that's 9 games on average. So you're saying 6, 3, 6, 3, right? That's what you're saying, basically. So about wide. Forehand from Medvedev. He's so far behind the baseline. He's almost on the billboards. It's a volley again from Davidovich Fokina. It's not good enough, is it? It might be. Yes, it is just, I think. It is. It was a drop volley. Medvedev gets there, tries to dink it and pass him, and it's a little volley. It's a lob volley from Davidovich Fokina that has... Oh, no, it's out. I thought that was in. My eyes must be deceiving me. Wow. So 30-40, early break point here for Daniil Medvedev. Very, very quiet, concentrated, both players. Early break point. Serve out wide from Davidovich Fokina on the ad side. Then goes into and forehand. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand on the line from Alejandro Davidovich Fokina. Medvedev on the stretch. Goes backhand cross. Slice from the Russian. Then it's a drop shot from Davidovich Fokina. It's too good. Medvedev pinned way behind the baseline. And it's a good choice from the Spaniard. Played it the right played at the right time. It was a massive into-out forehand. Had Medvedev scrambling, and then good disguise on the drop shot. Medvedev doesn't even bother trying to chase it down. We are at juice, 1 breakpoint saved. She says, excited to see Carlitos tomorrow. Yes, me too. I'm wondering when he's going to be on, actually. The timings haven't been released. There are some unbelievable matches on tomorrow, by the way, especially the WTA matches. Wow. Serve into the body, forehand from Medvedev. Massive forehand from, wow, what a forehand from Davidovich Fokina. Absolutely smashes that down the line. That is huge. Absolutely huge from the Spaniard. It is advantage to him. Actually, let's go Fokina. Awesome drop shot. Yeah, it was, and he saved a break point. Look, he's going to have to be at his best, I think, today to give himself a chance of winning this match. We know how good Medvedev is on the hard courts, and even though he hasn't been at his best in the last 6 months, he's still a danger. Backhand return from Medvedev, and the backhand down the line from Fokina. He tries to go very ambitiously down the line from behind the baseline, and it swerves wide, so we're back to juice. What a forehand from Fokina. Ashley's loving it. Fokina's got... He's an athlete, isn't he? He's pretty well built as well. Gene says, hello, Fazan, everyone. Hi, Gene. How you doing? It's beautiful, beautiful shape on that first serve from Fokina out wide from the juice side. Medvedev scrambles on the forehand in that deep return position, and he comes to the net and serves and volleys. And he just needs to volley into the open court, and he does so expertly in the end. So it is advantage again. Serve out wide is out. Second serve coming up. Second serve into the backhand. Backhand cross from Medvedev. Backhand from Fokina. Backhand to backhand now. Oh, is it slice? No, it's not. It's like a shovel backhand from Medvedev there. Anyway, backhand to backhand still. Medvedev sticking with it. Fokina goes up the line. Really good backhand up the line. Really good from Medvedev, I have to say. The way he managed to dig out that backhand was beautifully done. Almost takes it on the half volley and directs it cross court with good depth. And Fokina hits his forehand wide. So we're back to juice. Gene says they played a couple of years ago in Madrid, and Medi said the famous quote, I hate playing on this effing surface, man. Yeah, exactly. She said Medi is so far back, he could be sitting front row in the stands. He is, isn't he? He is so far back. Anyway, good slice serve again from Fokina. What a return from Medvedev, I have to say. But because he's so far back, all Fokina needs to do is make sure he hits that volley far enough away from Medvedev, and he'll end up winning the point. That's exactly what happens. He's on the stretch, so it's not the best volley, but it's good enough. And Medvedev doesn't, he's not able to make up the ground in the end to get that ball back into play. So another game point. Serve down the tee is in. Good slice serve, slice return even from Medvedev. Then tries to slice the backhand as it's a massive forehand from the Spaniard into out. And the slice from Medvedev goes wide, so he does hold eventually after saving a break point. A very messy juice game to open proceedings here. Gene says, Medi still hasn't learned to be more aggressive on return. Yeah, I think he tried to in that last one. It's difficult because I don't think he wants to... It doesn't seem like he wants to go away from that deep return position. He wants to stick to it. And if he's going to stick to it, then he's going to have to try something different on return. And the problem that he has is because he hits the return so flat that he sometimes doesn't give himself enough time to actually recover in the return points. And if he nails that return deep and it's as flat as it is, then it's a real weapon. But if it's not super pinpoint, which it won't be if you're stretched all the time, it's going to be really, really, really difficult to then constantly be able to be successful in those return games. But Torquay and Medvedev, massive serve out wide. It's a slice serve, actually. And Fokina with the short return. Medvedev puts it away into and forehand, easy as you like. We know how good he is when he's on song on his serve. I mean, he can wrap up service games in 40 seconds. And it looks like he might do it here. 192 kilometers per hour down the tee from the ad side. Beautifully done. Paints the line. 30 love. She says, go Fokina. Tough game, though. Yep. Many doing Medi, actually. It's true. Yeah, it's true. Or tries to paint the line again, going down the tee from the juice side. He's just missed it. So it will be a second serve to come up. Oh, beautifully done, though. Beautifully done from Fokina. Goes into up with the backhand return. And I have to say, that was very, very good from Fokina. Beautiful backhand return winner. Oh, little drop shot from Medvedev. After a short return, the volley, or the lob even, sorry, from Fokina goes long. 40-15 looking like a pretty straightforward service game so far. Gene says, Medi simply doesn't have that finishing forehand like a Tsitsipas. Served on the tee from Medvedev. Forehand down the line. Backhand cross from Fokina. Backhand cross from Medvedev. And the forehand into win from Fokina does go long. It is an easy hold in the end. 1-1. He's going to have to be careful here now, is Fokina, because a game was quick. He's now going to have to serve straight away a lot quicker than maybe he would have liked. Yeah, pretty tough opening service game, having to save a break point. Of course, donning that Diadora outfit and sponsorship. Not many of the top players have Diadora as a sponsorship, but it's a real throwback, very a retro look, and a lot of people like it. I'd say it's pretty good outfit that he's got on. It's navy blue and red panels on the shoulders and white shorts with red panels down there as well. Medvedev donning the Lacoste red polo as Fokina misses the forehand wide. It's a good question from Gene. We'll get to that in a second. Gene says, I know, who will be better in their 30s? Medi, Tsitsipas, or Zverev? Question. Second serve from Fokina. Forehand into win. Forehand now. Goes down the line. Fokina's missed it. He's missed it. Love 30. I think actually Tsitsipas, because of his game, he's more aggressive. I think unless Zverev, I mean, we've seen him in very, very small patches in his career be more aggressive in the ground strokes, on his ground strokes, hit with more acceleration, and we know he's able to do it. He's a big server, of course, and his return, can be good at times. But it's really the ground strokes where he tends to let himself down and can sometimes push it back into play when he and go cross court very safe. Tsitsipas has got more attacking intent. So as you get older, your legs aren't quite as there. Good into up forehand from Fokina after a good serve out wide from the juice side, and Medvedev goes backhand into the net. So, yeah, I would say that most likely it'll be Tsitsipas if you were to ask me as they get older, just because, or at that age in their 30s, because your legs start to go. Medvedev does a lot of running. Zverev as well is kind of in between, I would say, Tsitsipas and Medvedev. Gene says, I know someone in Camstream already asked this question, but I want to know your thoughts. Yeah, that's it. I mean, although Medvedev has arguably the best serve when on song, I don't know. A good serve down the tee from Davidovich Fokina, and the forehand return from Medvedev goes into the net. He'll be disappointed with that. He had 15-30 and actually had love 30. So 2 opportunities to open up a break point. He hasn't done so. He's got a third opportunity now here. Serve out wide again, another slice serve. Then goes forehand in the middle. Backhand cross from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand. Forehand into out from Davidovich Fokina. Backhand again from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand. He's trying to trap Medvedev in that backhand corner, Fokina. Then goes forehand cross. Forehand to forehand now. Down the line goes Fokina. Oh, he's blazed it. He's blazed it long. It's a bad forehand. Actually, says Fokina ain't going to win like this. Medi will break him down. Yeah, I agree. Ghost says Fokina ain't going to win at all. Maybe not. Count Fokina out at your peril. He'll fight, won't he? He'll really fight. He's a real street fighter. Did you all see this kid? He has an amazing forehand. Yeah, I did. I mean, the fact that he won against John Isner after Isner served 44 aces, and he also won 2 out of the 3 tiebreakers is even more impressive than anything else, because Isner is the master of tiebreakers. Won his 500th tiebreaker the other day. He has won the most tiebreakers of all time. Backhand to backhand here. Breakpoint opportunity for Medvedev again. Oh, he's pummeling away Fokina. Then goes into out. Backhand from Medvedev. He's been pinned further and further back behind the baseline. And then he comes up with a beauty of a backhand down the line. Davidovich Fokina, I have to say, it's an absolute beaut in the end. Finds a fantastic backhand. And his backhand down the line it's one to watch, to be fair. You wouldn't really hear it be talked about a lot because he hasn't won any major titles, but he's a solid player. So wide. Forehand from Medvedev goes long. Advantage Fokina. You can't win a street fight from your backside, lol. Very good. Goes, Gene says, Wu is amazing. It's a shame he couldn't play like this earlier due to the injuries, but maybe he can make up for lost time in the next few years. Yeah, he's still pretty young. Good serve out wide from Fokina. Good kick serve. The return is short. Goes cross court with a forehand. Medvedev somehow got back to neutral somehow, but he gets away with it because Medvedev breaks down the backhand and goes into the net. So 2-1. That's another scrappy game, another juice game. I mean, you can only think that he's going to get broken at some point unless he does something different on serve, because at the moment, he's struggling to hold serve without having to save break points at the moment, which isn't ideal. But the good thing is he's still in front. He still managed to hold. Awesome shot. But Fokina says, actually, go Fokina. Yeah, exactly. Well, we'll see. I think Medvedev a big favourite here. And even though he's dropped outside the top 10, everyone will be looking to him to go deeper this tournament. They'll be looking at him. They'll be looking at Tsitsipas. Maybe you're looking at your Sinners, Holger Felix, of course, is the defending champion. Those are the guys that people are going to really have their eyes on, even more than anyone else, you would imagine. When's quarterback, by the way? I know he was injured, so I wonder whether he's taking a bit of a break. Goes says ADF is 55% on first serves. Yeah, he is, which isn't high enough, is it, really? It's not. I mean, he's 73% behind his first serve, so that's not too bad. Medvedev is 100% behind his first serve, by the way. Damn, very impressive. Is it just me, or are the courts playing pretty slowly? Are they like bouncing low, but also playing slow? They look like they're very dead. Like low bounce, low bounce, or is it just because we're watching these two players? Because Medvedev doesn't necessarily hit with a lot of velocity on his forehand or backhand, to be honest. And I think Fokina as well, like he can ramp it up, but really doesn't hit a huge ball. Corder's playing Acapulco, I believe, says Gene. Okay, we might have someone out in Acapulco. Maybe we will probably have some people going to tournaments for the channel, so stay tuned. Slice so out wide is long from Medvedev. Ashley says Medi has dropped outside the top 10 for reals. I'm out of the loop, lol. Yeah, he's number 11 after the Australian Open. A slice from Medvedev into out forehand from Fokina, backhand to backhand. Always clip the top. He's clipped the net cord there, Fokina. Backhand again from Medvedev into out forehand from Medvedev. He clips the net cord again. This time though, it drifts wide. Oh dear. A thumbs up from Medvedev to his box. Love 15. Very sarcastic. Goes says Medi can tire ADF early at this rate. Daniil's spending much less time at the service line. True. She says, I feel like it's slow like a clay court match. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Serve on a tee from Medvedev. Backhand down the line is massive. That's much better from Medvedev behind his serve. And the 1+ play there on the backhand, beautifully done. Gene says, yes, his centre court is dead, or maybe the camera angle, I believe. Maybe. So out wide from Medvedev, and the return clips the baseline. Forehand down the middle from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand now. Down the line goes Medvedev. Well, it's too good. Fokina sliding on the forehand, but goes into the net. Devin says, seeing Fokina and Wu highlights from juniors made me want to take him today. Too bad he's against the Octopus early. Yeah. Things Fokina as a junior was very good, but juniors just it's so different. You have to remember that at the juniors, you're playing against people who are the same age as you. You're only like there's a 2 or 3 year range, right? Whereas against people on tour, there can be a difference of 18 years. Like that's how incredible the range is in experience. Double fault from Medvedev, by the way. So 30 all. So out wide, and it's a little. What's happened there? It's a let, I think. The looks of it. Gene says, "Oh gosh, Medi's already frustrated. Acapulco is great, but I don't know if you Brits raise as you were on a cardboard cuisine because by the Mexican spices. Very look. Can I say something? But my heritage is not British. My heritage is Pakistani, so I have a lot of spicy food. I can handle it well, for the most part. Good second serve, forehand to forehand. And that's a really good return from Fokina. Right at the feet of Medvedev. It's an awkward one. He has to try and whip it from his ankles, and he whips it long. So breakpoint opportunity for Fokina. This is a very, very interesting turn of events here because, yeah, we'll see what he's got now. But he's had 2 break points. He didn't convert them previously. Is he going to crack at the first time? He has to defend one himself. Oh, clips the top of the net cord, shakes his head sarcastically. It drifts wide. Fokina gets the break after saving 2 break points, 1 in each of his previous service games. And now he gets the break at the first time of asking. Wow. Greg says small cat season. Yeah, wow. Really against the run of play, honestly. I love it when Medi gets snarky, says Ghost. Me too. Medi's one of my faves. Feast won multiple slams in juniors, but hasn't even won a Masters yet, like people expected him to, says Gene. Yeah. Juniors, results at the juniors do not necessarily mean that you're going to perform well on the senior tour. I think that's just unfortunately how it is. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll be fine, maybe. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying I'll be fine. Didn't he make the French Open final once? Who? Monfils? No. Straight Open final, yeah. Oh my God, Medi. Good serve down the tee from Fokina. Ace 15 all. He hasn't made a slam final, Monfils, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he hasn't made a slam final. Right, second serve coming up here. Second serve, forehand to forehand now. Down the middle goes Medvedev. Into a forehand from Fokina, backhand to backhand. Down the line goes Fokina, but goes long. He's under pressure straight away after serving. After serving and struggling and then breaking eventually, Fokina, really against the run of play, as I said. It looks like, so it's gone long. Second serve coming up. Backhand down the line from Medvedev is a big one. Forehand to forehand here. Goes down the line for Fokina. Backhand cross. Backhand again from Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Down the middle goes Medvedev. Forehand into out is massive from Fokina. 30 all. That's one way to swat away. And he sniffs as a break point. Yeah, Songa made an Australian Open final in 2008. Yeah, exactly. Nishikori, Burdick, Ferrer, and Songa all made slam finals. The good old days. The good old days. Exactly. Gene, you're a lot younger than me, I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can say the good old days. So up wide from Fokina comes to the net. Serve volley is beautifully done. I have to say, he needs to do that more. That's really, really good. And especially from the juice side, he's executed that first serve well when he's made it. So coming to the net has been a very good play and it's worked. 1-2 punch done. He's just too far behind the baseline. He has to come up with a really, really good return down the line to win that Medvedev. And it's a high-risk shot that he's not going to take on very often. 40-30 game point to consolidate that break. Second serve, really good second serve. Drags Medvedev on the forehand from the ad side. The forehand goes long. She says Fokina forehand is fire today. I love Ferrer, says Ghost. Yeah, scrappy player, but really did have a lot about him, didn't he? He had a lot of intensity, that's for sure. Bumblebee Ferrer. Yeah. Serve volley can expose many because he's playing from the front row. Yeah, I mean that's what Korda did as well. I mean he's not really the biggest player for serving and volleying a lot, but he implemented it because he would have seen, say, Nick Kyrgios and thought, okay, well, that's going to work. I'm good enough at the net. I've got good enough hands at the net. Why won't I utilize that? And it worked right in the end. So it's definitely something that, and I'm not sure why Medvedev's not trying to, it just seems, to me anyway, it seems like he's not trying to do anything about it. He's almost like, okay, well, I'm just going to accept the fact that people are going to serve and volley against me and they're going to have success, but that's fine. It's like, is that fine? But you need to then adapt. He either needs to change his return position, but okay, fine. He doesn't want to do that clearly because he hasn't changed it. So then he needs to change how he's hitting the return at times then maybe as well. If rather than saying, okay, I'm going to go line and go really flat and hard down the line because that's what he would do because that's how he generally hits his ground strokes, maybe hit a lob down the line and then it completely cuts out the serve volley at times as well. I don't know what you guys think, but it's an interesting conundrum for sure. Ghost said, didn't Kevin Anderson make a Wimbledon final? Yeah, Kevin Anderson did. He did make a Wimbledon final. He says, I didn't watch tennis when Tsonga and Burdick made slam finals, but I was a tennis fan when the others did for some. Very good. Justin says, Med might be the mentally weakest player on tour. Do you think? A lot of people think he's up there as one of the best mentally. Has a very good tennis IQ. It's interesting that you said that. If serve out wide, forehand to forehand. And the forehand from Fokina does drift long, so 15 love. Ghost says, I like the courts and the lighting at Rotterdam. Very cool vibes. Yeah, Rafa in 2017. Exactly. Serve into the forehand of Fokina. Goes into out. Slice from Fokina. Into in forehand from Medvedev is long. There's been a lot of errors from both players. I have to say, especially ground strokes going long. I'm wondering whether they're struggling to hit through the court. It does look very slow. So it might be a case of they're trying to put a bit extra on it. Massive server down the tee from Medvedev. 30-15. Paints the line from the juice side. Very good. So that wide is long from Medvedev. Second serve coming up. Backhand from Fokina goes wide. So it is 40-15 Medvedev. Serve into the net from Medvedev. Second serve coming up. Second serve into the backhand of Fokina. Backhand from Medvedev, stretched and scrambling, but good angles found. Slice down the line from Fokina is good. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand on the line from Fokina. Backhand cross. Slice from Medvedev is too short. It wasn't a drop shot. It wasn't really an angled slice. It's kind of in between. And Fokina steps up beautifully and just caresses it down the line for a beautiful backhand winner. Really good hands, short backswing, good contact. And it is still 40-30 though. He still has a game point in Medvedev. Adam says he used to be very strong mentally, but nowadays he has a tendency to fall and crumble under the pressure. Okay. Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I can see why you might think that, to be fair. Into out forehand from Medvedev, backhand from Fokina into the net. He does hold 4-2 though. Fokina, he's in front despite really struggling early doors on his serve. He somehow finds himself a break up here. Yeah, guys, there's a couple of new people in the chat as well. Thanks for tuning in. We do appreciate it. Remember to hit that like button and do subscribe if you're new. We don't just do watch-alongs and live commentary. We do a lot of analysis videos, draw previews, draw predictions. What else? What else? What else? We do interviews. We'll do technical analysis as well with video footage, lots of stuff. Forehand. Oh, wow. The great return from Medvedev. Fokina goes drop shot, and the drop shot's not good enough. So look on the replay. It goes drop shot's not the right choice there, I don't think. Medvedev reads it, sorts it away. Love 15. Goes says, imagine busting your ass for years playing great at slam and then facing Rafa in the finals. Like it's God punishing you for your hard work. Well, it's God telling you that you have to. You know, it's not over yet. You have to really work for it. Making a final doesn't give you the trophy. Short return from Medvedev. Fokina makes a massive mistake on the forehand, blazes it long. Really mistiming that one. It is love 30. She says, go Fokina. So about wide. Go says, oh, I liked your interview on Just Slap. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, they're kind enough to have me on. We'll have them on the channel soon as well. So out wide from Fokina. Forehand down the line. Slice from Medvedev. Also volley from Fokina. It's beautifully done, I have to say. He's come to the net very, very nicely. He hasn't missed too many volleys from memory. It's only been one, but I'm not sure if that's correct. But it was a beautiful forehand on the line to set it up. And then a defensive slice from Medvedev, and he came forward, transitioned really nicely, Fokina, and a deft backhand volley to finish off proceedings. Very impressive. Here we go. 15:30, second serve. Backhand to backhand here. Down the line goes Fokina. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand is massive down the line from Fokina. That is an absolute monster forehand. Huge. Really, really, really let go on that one. Let's have a look. Did he deserve that punishment? I mean, the depth was there from Medvedev. Fokina, though, stands tall and really does stand and deliver. 30 all. Actually, there's one. Fokina comes to the net, he wins. He should do that more often. And he's done that exactly now as we're speaking. 7 volley. Oh, but Medvedev does really well, I have to say. And the initial volley from Fokina is not good enough. The serve out wide, he comes to the net. He's been doing that quite a lot. He's been rushing the net on that side. Maybe this time he shouldn't have done it. But actually, to be honest with you, the first volley, he just goes deep down the middle, and I think he needs more angle on it into the backhand corner. Medvedev gets there, hits an absolute sniper forehand, really low over the net. Fokina on the stretch, scrambles to try and get back into play. It goes long. So it is 30-40. Another break point from Medvedev. He hasn't managed to convert one yet, though. Goes down the tee, Fokina, then goes forehand, cross, forehand to forehand down the middle. Oh, Fokina with a massive forehand, but this time goes long with it. So he does get the break back, Medvedev. We're back on serve. He's 3-4 here. Fokina will be disappointed because he was almost gifted that break early on in this set. Worked really hard to save those break points early on as well. But he does concede it after some mistakes of his own as Medvedev blows his nose. Lovely to look at. Adam says he was serving for the match in 2 of the 3 round-robin matches that he played at last year's ATP Finals and fell to pieces in both of them. That's true. That's true. I think, to be fair, though, Adam, what I would say is that there's a couple of things that have to be factored in. I think, and maybe you can say that this is a mental weakness, or maybe it's just a case of everyone's human, but the 2022 Australian Open final, I think, took a lot out of him. Being 2 sets to love up and a break up in the third, and then losing in 5. I mean, he would have gone back to back. I mean, Medvedev wins that slam. He wins that final. He would have just won 2 slams in a row. Would have been the first to do it for a while. who isn't named Nadal or Djokovic. So, that would have been a real accomplishment to win the US Open in 2021 and then Australian Open 2022, and to beat Djokovic and Nadal as well in back-to-back Grand Slam finals. We could have been talking about Medvedev being the favourite at the US Open as well last year and the Australian Open this year. And potentially dominating the hardcourt scene completely. Instead, of course, he loses that. He is banned from Wimbledon because of the Wimbledon ban, which actually you asked about that. From the whispers are that they haven't taken away the ban yet, but they are under a lot of pressure to do so. So I'm hoping they do get rid of it because, I live relatively close to Wimbledon and I would like to see everyone be able to play. They want them to play under neutral flag, that's fine. But my opinion is these guys are not politicians. They don't have any say in what goes on, obviously, in political situations. They're just playing for their livelihood, right? Smash from Fokina, and Medvedev can only hit that defensive backhand into the tram lines. Served on the tee, backhand to backhand. Backhand up in there. Got stuck in the net. Beautifully done from Fokina. Great accuracy. Ashley says, yeah, I agree. He needs more angles on the volleys. Yeah, for sure. Ashley knows what she's talking about. It's all about angles. Go says, Davidovich Fokina's drop shots are just a smidge too long. That's what she said. That's good. Very good. Very good. I didn't know this was... I didn't know that I was in a year 9 classroom. Jane says, thanks for calling this match because I'm busy at work, so lucky, but I always enjoy your commentary and play-by-play. Thank you, Jane, for tuning in as always. 15:30 here. Fokina's got a little inroad here to potentially get that break back. If he does, he'll be serving for the set. The serve on the tee, though, from Medvedev. Short return. Into out from the Russian. Slice from Fokina down the middle. Into out forehand from Medvedev. Comes to the net. Good backhand, though, from Fokina down the line. Medvedev is not at home at the net. That's for sure. He transitions to the net. He volleys into the net. 15-40. 2 breakpoint opportunities here for Fokina. He really needs to work on his forecourt game. That's a big part as to why he lost that 2022 Australian Open final. He has been trying to come forward to the net more. It still looks very awkward. It's definitely going to be... Yeah, it's definitely going to be a work in progress. Anyway, forehand. That's a beautiful forehand return from Fokina on the second serve return. Slaps it right to the feet of Medvedev. Medvedev goes into the net. He gets the break back. Fokina is going to serve for the set of 5-3 as they trade breaks. And Medvedev looks at his box and says, thanks, guys. Thanks for nothing. Go says, you actually live in the town of Wimbledon? I don't, but I live relatively near. I'm not going to say exactly where I live because, internet and everything. But yeah, I don't live there. But I live close enough that I can drive there and it'll be, and go and visit, go and watch tennis. Good slice of out wide, and Medvedev slices into the net. He's not happy with his box. He's talking to his box. He's clearly not happy about something. His coach talking back to him as well. Bizarre. They always have a very interesting dynamic, don't they? 15 love. Serving for the set here, of course, a few points away from taking this first. It would be a massive upset if he wins this match, of course. You need to win another set still, but Medvedev looks very off colour. Forehand to forehand here. Backhand cross. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand. Down the line goes Medvedev with the backhand. Forehand in the middle from Fokina. Backhand in the middle from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand again. Goes down the middle, Medvedev with a forehand. Backhand cross from Fokina goes into the net. I'm always reliably immature, but he's so awkward. Yeah. Young at heart, Jane. That's how to describe it. Yes, exactly. You're only as young as you feel. Right? Yeah. Go for Fokina. This is actually... but he needs to get his groove back, says Jane. Yeah, he does. He looks off colour, doesn't he? Adam says, I've got to say, Fokina is a hard nut to crack for a lot of top players. He's just persistent, isn't he? I mean, he's one of those players that doesn't really have any big weapons, but he's kind of solid in most aspects of his game, and he scraps really hard. Like, he's a real fighter. That's a big double fault from Fokina. He's tried to hit a big second serve out wide to drag Medvedev out. Instead, he's dropped it long. So 15-30. He's got to hold his nerve here and serve this out, because if he doesn't, it's going to be tough for him to win this set, I think. And forehand down the line from Fokina, backhand to backhand here. Still backhand to backhand. Good depth from both players. Down the line goes Fokina with the backhand. Then goes forehand. Oh, what's he done there? He's cramped himself with the forehand. And it's swerved wide. 15-40. 2 break-back opportunities here for Medvedev. Fokina's going to have to find something special here. He's serving for the set. Needs to close it out, you feel. Give himself a really good chance in this match. In this set, even. Fazan is close enough to go and have tea at Wimbledon. Well, yeah. Let's guess Fazan's favourite tea. I'm saying Earl Grey like Captain Picard. I look bold. Oh, no. Okay, that's unfortunate. It's a serve out wide from Fokina, and he goes to serve volley. It's a backhand smash volley. And he's hit the top of the net cord. There's been a lot of net cords in this match, by the way, in this set even. It's only been a set. And it goes top of the net cord, drifts wide and out. They trade breaks. I mean, they've traded 3 breaks in a row, so it's crazy. 5-4 backcourt serve. He's just completely choked there, really, if I'm being completely honest. There's been a lot of 1-4 errors in that game from Fokina. Medvedev not really having to work too hard for it. And it seems like no one wants to win this first set. So that's all good. That's great. I mean, it's as random can be, to be honest with you. But see, Medvedev did exactly what I was talking about earlier in the match. I said, okay, for his return, right, what does he need to do? Well, maybe he needs to hit a lob return down the line to change things up, right? And that's exactly what he did, and he won that point. Now, a little bit fortunate, but it was an awkward height for Fokina to volley, and he hits the backhand volley into the net, or hits into the net cord and goes wide. It's definitely something that he needs to look at, and I think he realised if he kept on going forehand cross, and it doesn't matter how hard and how low he hits it over the net, Fokina's going to be able to hit a good enough volley that 90% of the time he's going to be able to win that point. So he changed it up, and it's almost like he listened to me and it worked. So you're welcome, Medvedev, and I'm a genius apparently. Like, where is he? Someone new has joined, doesn't he? Adam Genius. Exactly. Adam, you're new, aren't you? If you are, then do subscribe if you don't mind. Go says, let's guess Fazan's favourite tea is. Oh, so actually, that's a funny story. I don't really like tea, to be honest with you. I prefer like the herbal teas, like green teas and stuff. But when I was younger and in my teens, I didn't actually mind Earl Grey. It was pretty nice, to be honest. Pretty perfumed. But as I've gotten older, I've never really drank much of it anyway. But if I was going to have to, then yeah, it would have been Earl Grey back in the day anyway. Backhand to backhand here. Medvedev serving to stay in the set. Into in forehand from Fokina. Forehand from Medvedev, starting to hit the ball a lot cleaner here. Although as soon as I say that, the commentator curse kicks into play. And Medvedev hits the forehand long. Classic. Come on, Med, says Shelley. Hey? Shelley? Why are you saying come on, medicine? What's going on? Sorry, the dad jokes are out. I am a dad, so I'm allowed to make dad jokes. She says, no, Fokina, no. Yeah. Ghost says they're going to trade breaks, I guess. It's a WTA match, says Ashley. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it just punched his racket bag, says Ghost. Yeah, I know he's an angry man. I'll tell you that. You know, backhand to backhand, massive backhand from Fokina. That's much better from him. Where was this in the previous game on his serve? Beautifully done from Fokina. Ghost says ADF just punched his racket. PC would have thrown his bag, just saying. Put your back into Alejandro. Oh my god. Jane says Fokina's dad is a boxer. I didn't know that. Is he actually, or are you just joking? Did you just call these guys small cats? Says Ghost. Or that for me, eh? No, it's because they're trading breaks. Oh my god, this is classic. This is classic. I'll get to this comment in a second. Good serve out wide from Medvedev. Then goes behind Fokina. Very intelligent play from Medvedev. Really, really good. Dragged him out and gave him the taste of his own medicine with a 1-2 punch. But instead of coming to the net, as he knows he's not the best in the net, he lets it bounce and crunches that forehand behind Medvedev, sorry, behind Fokina even. So 15-30, but Fokina still has an opportunity here. Of course, he breaks. He'll take the first set. Double fault. Oh, that's a bad double fault as well. He's looking at his box. There's something going on. He's not happy. His toss didn't look good at all. Adam says, I subscribed to this channel about half a year ago. Oh my gosh. Oh, apologies. Apologies, Adam. Well, to be fair, I don't think you comment as much as you have today. Well, I could be wrong. But if you have, apologies. I guess that's one of the good things about having so many subscribers nowadays, that I can't always keep track. So thank you for tuning in, though. And get involved more. It's great to have you on. What's happened there? Missed return for Fokina. Fazan curse, yeah, exactly. Slice serve down the tee from Medvedev, backhand to backhand. He's got a set point here. Another set point, of course, Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Still good depth from Fokina. He's just sticking with him. Question is, who's going to crack first? Down the line goes Fokina. Forehand in the middle from Medvedev. Forehand on the line from Fokina. Backhand cross on Fokina. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand from Fokina is massive. Great defensive work from Medvedev's drop shot from Fokina. It's not good enough. It's not, surely. No, it's not. It's a smash. Oh, Fokina still managed to get back into play. What a point. Oh, no. What a point. Drop shot from Fokina. Medvedev gets there, swats it away. Fokina tries to lob Medvedev. He smashes it. Somehow Fokina gets the smash, hits it back into play. Medvedev goes backhand cross in no man's land, really. And Fokina goes backhand into the net. Oh dear, Fokina's struggling to close it out. And I have a feeling if Medvedev holds here, I think Medvedev takes the set. I really do. Jay says he is. So was Rublev's dad, a boxer. Well, okay. You know what? That makes a lot of sense. That's why they've got this pent-up anger and aggression, doesn't it, though? Ghost says, my dad was a boxer out in West Texas, uncle too. Is that why you've got pent-up aggression, Ghost? No, I'm just joking. Only joking. Good serve wide. Into forehand from Medvedev. Backhand is that in? Please tell. Oh, no, he's missed it. I was going to say, absolutely. I mean, he's hit that backhand big time, Medvedev. He's shanked it, really, skewed it, so it's just gone out. If he'd won that with a dribbling backhand like that, I would have been pretty outraged, to be honest. Anyway, set point number 3 for Fokina. Can he convert? No, he can't, because an ace. He bats it away with a beautiful ace out wide. Does Medvedev from the ad side. But back to Juice. Go says, so now I have some love for ADF and Rublev. No, what a point is actually. It was, wasn't it? Excellent rally, so fun. It was, yeah. More of that, please. So that wide slice from Fokina is in. See, look. And Medvedev goes back into the net. These guys are literally proving my point about changing up your returns and having variety. He goes lob slice return down the line, though. And Medvedev has to hit a backhand. It's clipped the baseline, and Medvedev misses the backhand for the 1+ shot. Done. You know what? Put me in their corner. Come on. They won't listen to me anyway. Medvedev will probably just be like, you're a small cat, and I'll be like, fair enough. Backhand down the line from Fokina. Then goes, oh, it was there. Oh, it's a bad miss. That's a bad miss from Fokina. It's another set point. It's a decent enough return to get him into the point, and it sets up a forehand on the line that he misses. Maybe should go cross court. Instead, he tries to go for broke down the line. He misses it. Go says, my pent-up aggression comes from student loan and a mortgage, lol. Very good. Adam says, Fokina is clearly a bundle of nerves out here, but so is Medvedev, so it may not matter. Yeah, I think Medvedev's I don't even think he's nerves. I just think he's just, I don't know, he's just off. He's just off. Right, second serve. Backhand down the middle from Fokina is in good depth. Then goes forehand cross. Forehand to forehand. He's missed that, hasn't Medvedev? He's gone into the net. So it's another set point. Set point number 5, if I'm not mistaken. Surely he's going to take it now. Surely? Actually, what in the Fokina was that, Fokina? Oh, no. All right, here we go. Set point number 5. Serve out wide is in. Good slice from Fokina. He's on the defensive here, though. What? Oh, wow. What a way to bat away a set point with a drop volley winner. That is beautiful from Medvedev. I've never seen him volley better than this in my entire life. This is a beautiful volley, I have to say. Pegs it back to deuce. He saved 5 set points. Go says, would you rather have a big weapon, serve, return, whatever, or a variety of shots? What do you mean by variety of shots? Like, as in, would I rather be Harmony Tan or would I rather be John Isner? Is that your question? Is that kind of what you're asking? Because Harmony Tan is like a slice and dice and, variety, for example. Or would I rather be like, say, a John Isner with a massive serve? But, he does that volley, I guess. But you know what I mean? Like, that's his main weapon. Good set on the tee from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand here. Volley from Medvedev again. He's come to the party with a volley. But that first volley this time is not good enough. And Fokina goes down the line with the forehand. And he does manage to take the set at the 6th time of asking. Wow. What a surprise. He's saying 6 to his box. I don't know why. He's saying 6 set points or something. I don't know. He's not happy with something, Medvedev. Oh, dear, oh, dear. And if Fokina takes the first set, I think he's got a cold. Medvedev, he's picking at his nose. He's blowing it. Something's going on. Devin says, what is this? Fokina sneaking off with the first. He looks like a shell of himself. Yeah. So look at this. Winners to unforced errors, 6-8 for Medvedev. That's winners to unforced errors. 12-13 for Daniil Fokina, so almost the same amount of winners to unforced errors. There wasn't a huge amount in that, honestly. Like at the start of the set, Fokina was really struggling to even hold serve, and it was a case of, can he actually hold here? Because he had to save a break point in each of his first 2 service games. Medvedev didn't manage to convert them. He managed to hold in the end, and then as the set went on, he took the break at the first time of asking, and Medvedev. They traded breaks a few times, and then to win the set, Fokina takes another break at 5-4 up, and Medvedev concedes a 6th set point in the end. So, very bizarre set. There were some flashes of very good quality tennis, but overall, probably not the best, but entertaining. So, we'll take it. Actually says, what a volley, Medi. My form, that was a beauty. My fawn, I like that. Beautiful touch of the net from Medi. Lovely skill, says Ghost. It was, yeah. Okay. My gold. That was a beauty. Okay, that's better. Sorry, I don't know why I said that in an American accent. I'm just assuming you're American, actually, but maybe you're not. You might be from somewhere else. Actually, aren't you from Australia? Let me know. Joe says, hey, guys. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Actually says, Vamos Fokina. Guy says Harmony Tan or John Isner. Lolo, what a terrible choice. But that's the question, though. Is that what you're asking? Actually says maybe Medi is sick. He's just off today. On any normal day, Medi would win this match easily. I don't know about easily. Fokina does scrap. That's all I'm saying. He does scrap. The indoor hard court, though, yeah, you would back Medvedev. It does look like a very, very, very slow court, though. I don't know what you guys think. Is it just me, or does it look very slow? And if it is slow, it probably does help Fokina out a bit, to be honest. He likes the pace, does Medvedev, because he can just deflect it. When he has to generate his own pace, he's just not as good. That's why he doesn't like the slow surfaces. Anyway, forehand to forehand. Backhand cross from Medvedev is long. 15-love. As Daniil Fokina serving first. Joe Gans here, lock up your sons. What? More like the dads, eh? What's going on here? The team says 99% probability this match is being fixed. Pre-planned. No way. You think Medvedev? No way. Anyway, backhand to backhand. Slice from Medvedev into the net. 30-love. He doesn't look happy at all. He just looks fed up. He looks like he doesn't even want to be there, to be honest. Go says, what about slightly use? Oh, okay, fine. I don't know why I'm clicking on those comments. I'm going to skip through those. Actually says, I'm Canadian for some. Oh, gosh. Okay, sorry. Apologies. I got it completely wrong. I said American and then Australian. Completely wrong. Missed return from Medvedev again. 40 love. He's trying to G himself up. He's kind of just he's bouncing on his feet and trying to just inject some energy in it. He looks very lethargic, I think is probably the right word for it. Good set on the tee. Forehand from Medvedev is in. Return. Forehand to forehand here. Down the line goes Fokina. Backhand cross from Medvedev is in. Backhand on the line from Fokina. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Good angle fan. Forehand to forehand. Down the middle goes Medvedev. Into forehand from Fokina is absolutely massive. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Beautiful backhand on the line to close out this opening game and with ease as well to love. That's a real statement from Fokina after taking the first set. Ian Yang says Medvedev hasn't been the same since losing in the Australian Open last year. That's exactly what I was saying early on in this stream. We're on the same page, Ian Yang, and you must be the Yang to my Ying. Oh, does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, for sure. I think it really did hurt him mentally, and of course, what he said after as well about losing a bit of passion for the sport. And I think maybe we shouldn't look into that too much, but I think it's more the result and how he lost, and especially after winning the US Open in 2021, being 2 sets to love up in a break against Nadal. Like, it will take a lot out of you. We saw the same happen with Tsitsipas. He struggled after losing to Djokovic when he was 2 sets to love up at Roland Garros in 2021. And then, I don't know how he's going to recover after losing in straight sets at the Australian Open this year, because he did even worse against him the second time asking. So, it's tough for these guys coming through to play these legends. And then, especially if you're in front, I think that's when it really hurts, because they've done the hard yards early doors and then they end up losing. It would be different if it was like Sinner against Djokovic at Wimbledon when he was 2 sets to love up and then he lost the next 3 sets pretty comfortably. It wasn't like that. Medvedev was kind of in it at all times in that final. Good kick serve on the second serve from Medvedev. Short return from Fokina. Excuse me. And yeah, the forehand is swatted away from Medvedev. Much better from the Russian. Good kick serve out wide from the outside. Backhand cross from Fokina. Medvedev takes it on the volley and hits a forehand volley. So it's a drive volley in the end into the forehand corner for a winner. 30 love. He's trying to play a bit more slam bang tennis. Good serving from Medvedev, and Fokina can't get that back over the net. So it is 40 love. Looks like it could be 2 consecutive holes to love. Interesting after so many traded breaks. Dragan says, Ghost, I'm holding auditions. Oh, good into our forehand from Fokina on return. Drop shot is in. Drop shot, return. Return drop shot even from Medvedev. And Fokina, does he get there? He's missed it just. Oh, that would have been a great get if he got that. Tried to dink it. Very acute angle it would have been if he'd made it. In the end, though, just drifts out. 1-1. Canadians are a lot like Americans, but they don't shoot each other. Oh my god, why am I reading this out? Ashley says agreed. Fasan looks like clay out there, super slow. So it looks super slow, but very low bouncing. So yeah, it's a strange court. It's almost like, I don't know if any of you, well, I'm sure a lot of you will remember what carpet was like. But carpet, to a degree, was very like low bouncing, and some of the surfaces were a bit slow. And I feel like that's what it's playing like. And there's indoors as well. Slice from Medvedev is short into our forehand from Fokina is in. It's actually playing similar to, if any of you watched the Labour Cup last year at the O2, I actually went to watch it live, and the courts are very, very slow. Indoors, kind of low bouncing, slow courts. That's kind of what this is. Normally, indoor courts are very quick, and they might be low bouncing, but they're very quick. This one doesn't seem to be. Good serve wide from Fokina, comes to serve volley, beautiful touch, opens up on the forehand, and just guides it into the backhand corner. 30-15. Lethargic is the perfect description. Yes, he definitely looks lethargic, says Ghost. Yeah. I have to really watch which comments of Ghost I read out. Does the hard court match the carpet? Right? Back to back. Forehand from forehand approach from Medvedev. Beautiful little volley. It's an easy one, to be fair, but it's a good drop volley. 30 all. Let's give credit where credit's due. Backhand to backhand at the start. It was a slice from Fokina short. It's a good approach from Medvedev. And a good drop volley to finish it off. Adam says, in my opinion, if Medvedev is actually ill, he needs to realize that winning takes too much elbow grease. Guys says they slow down layer of court so geriatric Europeans could compete with young, strapping Team Hard. You do realize, Ghost, that Team Hard had never won until this year, and they won on this. They actually won this year because the courts were so slow, which is just crazy, to be honest. Because I was expecting Europe to destroy them again, but instead, Team Hard won, which is nice to see a change of pace, and a literal change of pace, ironically, because of course the courts were a lot slower this year. But 40-30. Game point for Fokina. Serve goes long. Of course, these are set up. Second serve coming up. Goes into the forehand. Forehand into out. Backhand in the middle from Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Oh, backhand on the stretch from Fokina on the back foot. Goes into the net. It is juice. Greg's Labour Cup courts were dreadful last year. Better be good this year. Yeah. Although the match I watched, so one of the matches I watched was Djokovic versus TFO. If anyone wants to see, so I actually took some match footage like in snips and did some technical analysis on Djokovic's game. It's on the channel, so do check it out. I think it's Djokovic's game, technical analysis, or like Djokovic, why is he so good? Technical analysis, basically. I personally think it's one of the best videos I've done, but you guys can decide for yourselves. But yeah, there's actual match footage that I took myself in like 8K basically against TFO, and he absolutely dismantled him. Right, break point here for Medvedev. Early chance. Served on the tee from Fokina. Short return from Medvedev. Oh, whoa. What's happened there? It's a short return from Medvedev, and Fokina just crunches the forehand down the line. Swats it away. I have to say, both these players have been pretty good generally, at least fighting to stop getting broken. There hasn't been a lot of easy break points. Third on the tee from Fokina. Forehand to forehand. Goes down the middle. Backhand on the line from Fokina now. Forehand cross. Forehand to forehand. He can't get broken here, you feel, because that really will open the door for Medvedev. And surely this slump can't last forever. Backhand to backhand. Backhand on the line from Fokina. Very good. Drop shot from Fokina. Medvedev's going to get there. He does. He dinks it in. Deep backhand lob is in. What a lob from Fokina. He's out. Oh, it's out. I tell you what, that looks very close to being in. It would have been an incredible lob if you made it. Let's have a look. How far out was it? Oh, it's not by much. Another breakpoint opportunity here for Medvedev. Ghost says, don't challenge my team wide sycophants who logic for are not fair. Exactly, yeah. If you catch my drift, says Adam. Yeah, I kind of get what you're saying. What do you mean, though, about he'll need to realize that winning takes too much elbow grease? As in, he doesn't have a chance of winning because he's ill? What do you mean? Or second serve into the body, backhand to backhand. Down the line goes, Medvedev goes long. Back to Juice. Oh, yeah, of course, Ashley and Greg, you guys could be going, right? It's in Toronto, isn't it? Yeah. Tickets on sale early March this year. I'm aiming to a GoFundMe page, yeah. Talk about it, man. I need a GoFundMe page for the channel. Seriously, I would love to go to a lot of events. The thing is, honestly, I can probably get press passes for quite a few events nowadays as well, but I need the money to be able to fund it as well. Good seconds, good serve out wide. And it's a short return from Medvedev. Fokina, though, absolutely messes up that forehand on the line. Drifts long. Advantage Medvedev. Yeah, exactly. Ashley, Gregsy, you have to sell a kidney. Very good. Kyrgios wants to play doubles with Runa. Does he? Serve into the body. Into and forehand from Fokina is massive. We're back to Juice. Wait, he wants to play doubles with Runa, but Runa's European. Gene, so do you mean that he wants to play doubles with him at a slam or something? Or just generally, or what? Laver's in Seattle this year, right? Hey? I thought he was in Canada. Am I wrong? Anyway, serve out wide from Fokina. Backhand down the middle goes long. It's mistakes. Bad moments for Fokina in this game so far. Could have wrapped it up if he'd been a bit more solid. What happened in the first set? Well, they traded breaks and then so wide from Fokina, backhand cross from Medvedev, or drop shot from Fokina's not good enough though. Smash put away from Medvedev. Oh, here we go. He gets the break. He's 2-1 up in the second set. I think this has got 3 sets written all over it. He's not playing his best tennis, Medvedev, but it's enough to see him a break up now. Don't take it as gospel that he's going to take this set because they've traded a lot of breaks in that first set. And Medvedev doesn't look super safe on his serve at the moment. So we'll have to see how the rest of the set goes. But he's a very good front runner for the most part, Medvedev. And he wasn't in front at any point, if I'm not mistaken, in that first set. Kyrgios and Holger running the doubles, says Ghost. Does Rune even play doubles? I wonder how that would work. What they do, Ghost, is so Rune would say to Kyrgios, yes, I agree to play doubles. Then they'd get on the court and they'd play doubles. Sorted. It's taking the mic. James says, Fazan, you see Wawrinka, Bublik take out Metic and Pavic. No, I didn't actually. Let's have a look. Well, hold on. But Bublik and Wawrinka just played each other in the first round, didn't they? That's so funny. That's so funny. That must have been the worst draw that they could have got ever. As in, they're thinking, okay, well, we're going to play doubles together. Great. Okay. Oh, great. Now we've just drawn each other in the first round. I mean, that must have been really gutting. Not great for chemistry, right, when it comes to doubles, although I'm sure they felt a lot closer after playing against each other straight away. Jesus Fazan, in a Danish article I just read, Nick says he wants to play doubles with him. Okay. Labour Cup is in Vancouver. Yeah, okay. Vancouver, yeah. Well, I don't think it was Toronto. Vancouver is a lot like Seattle. Okay. Agreed, Fazan. Mehdi will take it to 3. Adam says, yeah, basically that's what I'm saying, because he doesn't have any skill in the game since he has no points to defend. At least to my knowledge, in my opinion, he should prepare for Miami. But to us, if he's just got a cold, he should just play. It doesn't matter. He's not going to affect him long term by playing. And there's no point retiring. Then you look like you're a real wimp, don't you? Good forehand on the line from Medvedev, and then came forward beautifully, put away. It's a good, very well constructed point from Medvedev. This time, though, so wide comes to the net, and it's a tough drop volley to try and execute. And it does prove too tough in the end for him as he goes into the net with it. Just a bit too deft on that touch that time. Good to see him come to the net and not giving up, despite not looking particularly good at the net in the first set. The few times he did come to the net, he said, no, it's fine. I'm going to keep doing it because I need to improve that. Second serve, backhand from Fokina goes wide. 30-15. Actually, is a real wimp. Yeah, exactly. He would, wouldn't he? Come on, let's be honest. We'd all be judging him if he dropped out. We'd be like, come on. You're better than that. Everyone's played with a cold, even me. I don't play pro tennis, but look, I can't miss a week of tennis because I've got a cold. That's crazy. I play every week. I'd be like, no. Backhand to backhand here, and backhand from Medvedev goes into the net, so 30-all. In fact, sometimes when you've got a cold, playing sport actually helps to sweat out. And I'm not a doctor, so don't take my guidance on this. And don't take anything I say under advisement. Yin Yang says, where are you located, Fazan? Rhode Island, USA here. London, UK. London, baby. Good. So what a get from it? No way. He's getting with it. Oh, that's ridiculous. A bit of fortune there from Medvedev, I have to say. The good stuff about why the return from Fokina is really good, right into the forehand corner. Very good depth. And Medvedev just has to try and dig it out. And he ends up digging it. Is that in? That looks out on the replay. But anyway, digs it out down the line. And it's very short. Fokina gets there, goes backhand cross, and Medvedev just hits into the open court. It did open up the open court big time. And that little kind of miss hit or just scamper, really, I think, more than anything from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand here. Goes down the line, forehand cross on Medvedev. Forehand on the line from Fokina. Backhand cross on Medvedev. Good defending here. Backhand into the net from Fokina. He does consolidate the break 3-1. Ghost says, fun fact, Rhode Island isn't actually an island. Thank you. Ghost, fun fact, you're not actually a ghost. Nadeem says, when Medvedev is scratching his body or t-shirt while Fokina is serving, it's a signal to the bookie he will break. What? What is going on? What is conspiracy theories? Well, then he must have been scratching his shirt a lot because they've broken each other a lot. Anyway, slice that out wide. Forehand down the line, keeps the top of the net cord. Wins the rally now. Backhand down the line from Fokina is massive. Forehand down the line is long. Presence of mind, curiosity, and body language. Nadeem, I respectfully disagree, but you're entitled to your opinion. I would like to think the best of people, but people don't match fix unless they are found out to be match fixing. Good serve from Fokina is in. And the return from Medvedev is good enough as Fokina drifts his 1+ shot long, so 15-all. Guys, as well, thanks for tuning in. Really is appreciated. Remember to that like button. Do subscribe if you are new as well. Really do like it. And it does help us out. Hitting that like button just means that it helps us with the algorithm, helps more people view our videos. Same with subscribing as well, so we do appreciate it. Also, you get notified to more content. And also, if you want to help us out even more, you can do so by becoming a member. Like liking and subscribing is free. Becoming a member, it's like a small little pledge to the channel. You get some cool perks as well. So check it out if you are interested as well. Everything that's contributed to the channel goes back into the channel. Forehand from Fokina goes wide, so 30-15. Some interesting comments here. I'll get these in a second. Third on the tee. Forehand in the middle from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand. Oh, forehand from Medvedev into the net. 40-15. Adam says, that being said, Medvedev came with a hair's breadth of turning things around in the first set. And now the lead is his, so I'm starting to change my mind because he actually might win this match. The beauty of hindsight, Adam. Ashley says, how come Medi can play well on a super slow hard course but not clay? Is he playing well though, Ashley? Is he playing well though? That's the question. Slice from Fokina into the net. Also, he did make the quarterfinals of Roland Garros in 2021. He lost to Tsitsipas. He can play on clay. Don't be disillusioned. Don't get carried away by he can play on clay. It's his weakest surface, but he's not that bad on clay. Like he can make the quarterfinals easily. Even a semi-final, I would say Roland Garros. Can he make a final? Probably not. Backhand in the middle from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand here now. Massive forehand. Has he made that? That is absolutely massive from Fokina, but he just missed it, I think. How hard was that forehand? It looked like he hit it like 150 miles an hour. That was massive. It's like a Kyrgios slap forehand. He's missed it, though. He did have a game point, and he's thrown it away with that. Go says, I have a PhD in ghost studies. Believe me, I know my ghosts. Yeah, though. Good evening, Fazan. Good evening to everyone in the chat. Very polite, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. How you doing? Good evening. Ghosts are a lot like regular people, but we don't haunt people at Walmart. Very good. So, what's the obsession with Walmart? Good slice about wide from Fokina, but I tell you what, it's not good enough. What a return from Medvedev. Beautiful angled Forehand return cross court from the Russian. And passes him beautifully. Yeah, it didn't really slice. It was more a kick serve than a slice serve in the end. Yeah, Ghost is maybe going to break, I figure. And he's got another break point. And Ghost could be right. And he is right. Because Fokina goes into the net with a 1+ shot, 4-1. Adam says, I have a gut feeling Medvedev will lose this match in 3 sets, though. Okay. All right. Let's see. Well, who are you people voting for in the chat? Medvedev says, okay, well, 76% of you have gone for Medvedev, 24% for Kina. All right, cool. That's fine. I guess that makes sense. I wonder whether it will change over the course of this match, of this second set. Casey says Fokina with Ghost. Nice forehand from Daniil. Actually says Carlito's playing 8 p.m. Buenos Aires time. Let's see, what time is that in the UK, though? That's going to be some crazy time. Also, guys, if you want to see more content like this, like we already post a lot of content on the channel, but if you want to see even more, if you like the video, do subscribe. Also, do consider becoming a member as well. I'd love to do this full time. I'm not doing it full time at the moment. I'm actually an accountant by trade, so I'd love to be able to do this full time. And we do have other people as well involved in the channel, but yeah, we'd love to take it full time and then give you guys even more content because I love it. And why not? Wait, hold on. So actually saying it's out. I can't see it though. 1 second. I think I'm just gonna have to do a little bit of to UK time. Is 11 p.m. Oh, I wanted to do that. 11 p.m. tomorrow. It's a bit late, but I could probably do it. Let's stretch. Ghost says the octopus rise from the depths, tremble and fear peons. I sure hope he stays healthy. Yeah. Release the Kraken Medi. He's just so fun to watch. Who is? Alcaraz, I'm saying. I guess I'm assuming you're saying anyway. The slice of a wide from Medvedev, but the return for Fokina even better. Forehand on the line is an absolute beauty. Really, really well placed. And Medvedev stretched on the backhand, goes wide. Or forehand from Fokina into in goes long. 15 all. He's 2 breaks down here, of course, Fokina, so doesn't really have much to lose in this set, given that he's not expected to win it from here. So if, he might just be thinking, well, I'm just going to go for it, which is, that's fair enough, I guess. Short return from Fokina, massive into forehand from Medvedev. It's a big slap, by the way. 30-15. Fun fact, says Ghost, accountants aren't actually ants. No, I am an ant. I'm very offended by you saying I'm not an ant, to be honest. Yini Hank says Newport, Rhode Island is the home of the Tennis Hall of Fame. Very nice. Slice serve from Medvedev, forehand from Fokina goes long. 40-15. Ghost says Alcaraz is so fun. Yes, he is, yeah. Hey, Fazan and QualityShot fam. Hi, Peaches. How you doing? Ghost says, how did Rhode Island get the Tennis Hall of Fame? I don't know. 5-1 though, Medvedev here. And Fokina will have to serve to stay in the second set. Hey, folks. Yin Yang, I'll be at the Newport Open this year. Oh, very nice. Guys, actually, another thing is if anyone actually does go to... If anyone ends up going to any events and you don't mind sending in footage of that you take at the events, do send it over via email and I can potentially use it for analysis as well. If you don't mind, obviously, don't have to, no obligation. Good serve from Fokina out wide, but Medvedev crunches the forehand return. Fokina shanks the forehand long. Matthew says, so much tennis going on, hard to keep up with it all. It really is, isn't it? Good serve out wide from Fokina. Backhand from Medvedev goes wide and is missed. So 15-all. But it's great. I love it. I wouldn't change it. How's Rotterdam only a 500? I think it's just because this year that you're saying that because the field is so strong this year, but last year it wasn't as strong. It's still pretty good, but it wasn't as strong. I mean, Felix won it in the end, but there weren't as many top players as there are this year. This year it's like a Masters 1000 lineup. So a wide forehand cross from Medvedev, forehand on the line for Fokina is massive. Wow, really good. Steps in, goes forehand on the line after the angled return from Medvedev. 30-15 Fokina. Too little, too late, though, in this set, you feel, of course, being 5-1 down. But he'll probably be thinking about that third set, that deciding set. Will he be able to pick himself up and go again, go hard in that third set? Good kick serve to the backhand. Backhand goes long from Medvedev, 40-15. Chance to go 5-2 up and avoid getting breadsticked. The field is very strong, Ghost, yeah. Good kick serve down the tee. Medvedev goes long with the backhand. Adam says, by the way, now that Zheng lost today, who do you think will win the Qatar Open? Yeah, you know what? Those picks that I had to make for the Qatar Open were so hard. I mean, some of the first and second round matches, like how much is to pick who wins? I mean, we had like Badosa versus Haddad Mayer today. How are you supposed to pick who wins that? Haddad Mayer won it in 3 sets. Sakari beat Zheng in 3 sets, right? But I mean, anyone could win those matches. It's just a crazy, crazy one. I went really big on Zheng. I just really like. I think, to be honest, a bit of bias probably in there because I really like the way she plays. But yeah, I just really like her as a player. Unfortunately, not her day. Sakari's a very, very good player. I mean, she's very solid. But I just thought maybe Zheng would have enough. She beat Kasatkina last week as well, so I thought maybe she'd be able to do it. But I think it might have been a case of the fact that she potentially might have played quite a lot of tennis recently as well. Who knows? Ghost says, man, ADF gets a lot of action on his kick serves. He does, doesn't he? I think it's because he's so used to playing on clay, so it's a lot of kick serves generally. But yeah, he gets a lot of spin on it, doesn't he? Does Iga play tomorrow? Says Ashley. Yes, she does. She plays Daniil Collins tomorrow. That's a really, really good match. Actually, there are some absolutely ridiculously good matches on tomorrow. I mean, let's go through tomorrow's matches. I mean, so good. I'd love to cover all of them. I would genuinely, if I had the day off work, which I don't, if I did, I would be covering a lot of these matches. Quality. Let's have a look. Let's go all. As Medvedev serving for the set here, by the way. So wide is an ace, 15 love. Typical Medvedev. So yeah, we've got Alcaraz and Musetti in action, but forget about those. We've got Sinner, Bonzi, Cressy, Van Rijthoven, Wawrinka, Gasquet, Runa, Lestienne, Hurkacz, Dimitrov. We've got Dimona, Rublev, Zverev, Grigspor. Okay, but forget about that. We've got WTA ones. And I'll say it in a second. Oh, Medvedev just cleaning up on first serve here. Fokina's struggling. 30 love, 2 points away from this set. In fact, let's go through them after this set because this set's going to be wrapped up very soon. I'm telling you now. Good set on the tee. Paints the line, Medvedev. 40 love. That's ace number 6 of the day. Go says the Zheng loss isn't so bad. Sakari's talented. Collins, come on! I love Daniil Collins. She's a badass, says Ghost. Fair enough. She's divides opinion, doesn't she? She was okay, yeah. Good set on the tee from Medvedev. Ace number 7. Beautifully done, 6-2, and just, as I said, he's a really good front runner. Once he gets in front, it's very tough to tear the set away from him, unless your name's Rafael Nadal. Hubi Dimitrov could be good. Yeah, Hubi Dimitrov will be a really good matchup. I think that's going to be a fantastic one. That's probably my one to watch, I would say, from the men's, because it's probably the most evenly balanced one. well, equally matched one anyway. For the women's, listen to this. Look at all of these. Look at all of these. Azarenka Bencic, what a match that is. Right, okay. Goff Kvitova, ridiculously good. Kenin Kudermetova, okay, like not too bad. Kudermetova a little bit of a favourite, but not a bad matchup still. Hadamir Kasakina, ridiculously good matchup. Pegula Ostapenko, we're going to see absolutely huge hitting in that match. Like, unbelievable matchup. Sakari Alexandrova, that'll be an insane one as well. Look at Sviontek Collins, Mukova Garcia. I mean, come on, man. Come on. I am pumped for tomorrow's matches. Adam says, by the way, what happened to Samsonova in your opinion? In my opinion, that final loss to Bencic may have done more harm to her than I thought. I think the thing is, it's a really interesting one. Sometimes you need to take it into consideration. If someone goes deep the week before, it's normally pretty unlikely they're going to go super deep the next week because of fatigue. But given a lot of people haven't played that much tennis this year, I was kind of banking on the fact that actually it might not have too much effect. In saying that, though, I think I have to remember as well, and maybe everyone needs to remember that these guys didn't have a particularly long break after or at the end of the year, especially if they played WTA finals and they played like the United Cup as well, which was literally in December into January. Anyway, serve out wide from Fokina as we start this deciding set. Forehand in the middle from Medvedev, backhand to backhand here. Slice from Fokina, back and cross Medvedev. Goes his Medi with his shirt off, ladies. Actually, when will Rafa come back? On the clay? Yeah, on the clay, I think. I think he'll come back on the clay, actually, in all honesty. Big day of tennis tomorrow, says Greg. Yeah, no look handshake, Penko. Good set on a tee from Fokina. Short return into it. Forehand from Fokina missed. Love 30. This is a terrible start to the opening game of this decider. If he gets broken here, it's going to be a really long way back for Fokina. Damn, all good matchups. I'm 100% rooting for Penko, says Ghost. Ghost absolutely hates Pegula. It's so funny. Even though you're American as well. Hilarious. When is Penko playing? I think it's 2 p.m. UK time. Second so out wide. Forehand into the net. Love 40. Send Pegula home. Elena Vamos, idemo. No, Ostapenko has to cry. Always questioning Hawkeye. No, Fokinis is actually 3 breakpoint opportunities here. Yeah, the timing of the United Cup is not ideal. Why can't pro tennis get things together for team playing? So frustrating, I don't know. A second serve, backhand to backhand here. Backhand on the line from Fokina. Forehand from Medvedev. Backhand cross from Fokina's in. 15-40. Fokina has fallen apart. Yeah, he's not looking good, is it? My God. Fokina is not the way to go out. No, it's not. Ghost says my 2 least favorite players on tour are Americans. Why Cressy? So weird. And another breakpoint save from Fokina. That is what Ostapenko believes. Yeah, 30-40. So into the net from Fokina. It's another breakpoint here, of course, for Medvedev. He saved 2 Fokina being love 40 down. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. He saved 2 breakpoints expertly. And then, guess what? Gives away the break with a double fault. with a double fault. Oh, come on. You've got to be kidding me. What a way to give it away. It was a really, really poor game. And he managed to somehow bring it back to 30-40. It looked like he was going to get away with it, at least get it to juice and really push hard. Instead, double faults. That was a choke, to be honest with you. It's a choke. It's a shame to watch. Ashley says, Ghost ain't vibing with the compatriots, lol. Gene says, you cannot be serious. Exactly. ATP Delray Beach, I'm focused on Ben Shelton, but also Paul and Fritz. I have to be honest with you, I have almost zero interest in that tournament because apart from those three Americans, not really much else there. Sorry, guys. Sorry to everyone else who's playing. But good serve out wide from Medvedev, slice from Fokina into the net. It's because Rotterdam's so stacked, so I'm just watching that. And then you've got Alcaraz returning. I mean, the clay, come on. Alcaraz and team. Backhand cross from... Oh, Fokina is shorter, though. Medvedev pounces on it cross court. Fokina tries to go ambitiously down the line. It's a crazy shot to try and attempt. Goes into the net. So out wide, it's a block return from Fokina, backhand to backhand. Oh, goes down the line again, trying to go for broke. What's he doing? What's he doing? He's bailing out of these rallies, and he goes line, misses it completely. 40 love. This is a shocker from Fokina at the moment. So I've done the T is long from Medvedev, but it looks like it's going to be a very, very comfortable game here. Second serve. Forehand is a... Wow, what a return. More of that, please. Into-in forehand return winner from ADF, or DAVIDOVICH FOKINA, as I like to call him. Or he likes to be called because that's his name. 40-15. Serve out wide from Medvedev. Forehand into the net from DAVIDOVICH FOKINA. 2 love. He does consolidate the break. Beautifully done. James says, Fazan, tell me you enjoy watching Cressy. I don't mind him. I mean, as long as he's not up against another serve volley player, then yeah, it's okay to watch. Wouldn't say he's my favourite to watch. That was painful to watch, as Ashley. Fokina's given up, says Jean. Or backhand from Fokina, clips top of the net cord, goes wide. Love 15. When it says ATP, Buenos Aires, Alcaraz, and team is where my interest is. Love 15 here. Fokina in real trouble. 2 love down this deciding set. So wide backhand down the middle, or down the line, sorry, from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand now. Forehand from Medvedev goes long. It's 15-0. Guy says Cressy is a bully. He's big and slow and a serve bot, and he's bringing serve and volley back with faster courts and more powerful rackets. It's no fun, very boring. The courts aren't that fast, though, to be fair, Ghost. So T, backhand down the middle from Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Into-in from the Spaniard. Forehand down the middle from Fokina. Backhand cross. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand again from Fokina. Slice from Medvedev. Forehand cross from Fokina's in. Forehand to forehand. A great rally. Down the line goes Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Fokina goes cross-court, massive backhand cross. What a get, though, from Medvedev. Digs it out down the line. I think Fokina's backhand was long, though. I think it was. Or was it? Let's see. They went backhand to backhand here. Medvedev's shot tolerance is ridiculous here. And it's... Oh, no. What a get from Medvedev. Just what a get. Unbelievable. 15-30. Doha and Rotterdam and my 2 tournaments is Gene to focus on this week. Agreed. Mine says, Ghost, you don't like serve volley. That's true. Gene says, Fokina's shot selection is shocking sometimes. Agreed, yeah. Weston says, speaking of double faults, Collins hit 8 of them today, including 5 at very crucial times. If she does that against Iga, she won't have a prayer. That's true. Yeah, Ashley says, has team played yet in Buenos Aires? No, he's playing Molcan a bit later. Is that another double fault? What's he doing? Oh, what are you doing? What is going on? This is crazy. 2 breakpoint opportunities for Medvedev. Oh, God. Fokina is just... he's throwing this away massively. It's a shocker, to be honest. Backhand to backhand here. And he's gone long. So 30-40, 1 break point. So to the body from Fokina, backhand to backhand here. Oh, he's missed the backhand, Fokina. Oh, come on. Mistakes. So many mistakes in this last set and a half. And it's another break. Medvedev is a double break up in this final set. I mean, I don't see how he's going to come back from here, but you never know. It is tennis at the end of the day, and crazy things can happen. But at the moment, it's looking pretty bad for Fokina in this final set. Ghost says, hey, now I love TFO, Sock, Collins, Keys, Paul, Fritz, Parks, etc. Medi, team playing more in about an hour. Yep. The point isn't over until it's over. With Medvedev, that's so true. This is sad, guys. It's actually... Come on, Medi, says Peaches. Ghost says, mental strength. ADF needs to get some. Oh, dear. Fokina's given up. Huh? Chain goes... Jane, are you talking to yourself? This is painful to watch. Oh, come on. He normally fights. Let's see. Come on. Can he fight till the end? That's the big question. Agreed. Yeah, it's not looking good for Fokina, in honesty. It's just should have fought a bit harder. There's been a couple of really bad errors in crucial moments and double faults, especially. It just come from nowhere, honestly. And I think, yes, okay, you can say it's nerves, but I don't really think so. When you say it's a first round match, and yes, we're talking about big moments, but it's not a final. It's not good. Ghost. Yes, I'm talking to my wife on mute, so none of you can hear what I'm saying. Don't translate. It's fine. Matthew says it's rude coming back in March. I have no idea, but yes, I think so. I think he was supposed to take February off, right? So my understanding is he'll be back in March. And forehand here. Fokina goes into the net. Jane says, "Son, I have a command in another channel," and I write Jane. The bot says, "Bot the Fokina." What other channel, eh? You're cheating on this channel, another channel. No, I'm just joking. But hold on, what channel's live? I thought I was the only channel live at the moment. Is there another one channel live at the moment? I know everyone was streaming the other matches earlier. I couldn't stream the other matches, but oh, it must be okay. 15 all. Oh, Ghost. 15 all. 15. Oh, dear. We go into our forehand from Fokina, backhand miss from Medvedev. 30 all. Ghost says, Cressy annoys me so much he makes me respect Casper Ruud. What's wrong with Casper Ruud? You've got some funny opinions on people. Neil says, Davidovich Fokina half Russian? No idea. I don't think he is he? Maybe. Slice from Fokina, then goes forehand cross. Forehand into the net, though. 40-30. Eggs are hard to come by. Melly says Ghost is a professional lip reader. So we know it's true, exactly. He's also a professional ghost. You know it's son, exactly. So out wide, backhand, cross. Oh, clips the net, good. Oh, Medvedev goes into the net. That was very fortunate for Fokina. Clips top of the net cord, just dribbles over. It's a very awkward one for Medvedev. This really now, that little slice of fortune has opened up a tiny window of possibility for Fokina. He needs to break now. He's got juice here. He needs to open up some sort of break point. This is over. Ghost's eggs are worth more than gold now, are they? Into out forehand from Fokina. And backhand from Medvedev into the net. He does have a break point opportunity to get one break back. Oh, good serving. And then a lob from Fokina as Medvedev comes to the net, goes long. Adam says, who do you think will win in debate? Don't know. I don't know. I haven't looked at the field yet. Oh, that's so good from Fokina. Serve wide from Medvedev. Short return. He goes drop shot. Fokina gets to it. Goes backhand. I mean, that's such a good backhand. Great movement here from Fokina. Actually, it wasn't a drop shot. It was kind of just a little approach, little palm into the backhand corner. Fokina gets there beautifully. So that wide backhand cross from Fokina, backhand slice from Fokina. Forehand down the middle from Medvedev, backhand cross into the net. Oh no, oh no. Actually, oh yes, because one break of serve is back finally. So he might have a match on our hands because Fokina just got one of the breaks of serve back, which is good. Yeah. He's still a breakdown. Still a breakdown. Goes says this match has become a slaughter sad ending. No, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we might be some life left in it yet. Matthew says, I take your point on Cressy. He's not a fun serve and volley player like a Pat Rafter. Let's go. Fokina says, Jane. Davidovich certainly doesn't sound like a Spaniard, Ukrainian, but Belarusian like Sasnovich. Who knows, man? I have no idea. Feel free to research Nihar and let me know. Don't buy the inflation chicken. What? I don't think Fokina can break twice, though. That's true. Sad on the tee. Forehand down the middle from Medvedev. Forehand here. Slice from Medvedev into the net, though. 30 love. Goes says, take Cressy's W over Rune. The skill there was neutralizing Rune's athleticism, power, and rally strength with big serves and quicker points. Fine. But for the audience, boring. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I get what you're saying in terms of the watchability maybe isn't quite there as much, but I have to say that there is, yeah, as you said, there is skill involved, even though you said in quotation marks. Forehand down the line from Medvedev, backhand down the middle, in forehand from Fokina, then goes forehand down the line, clips the top of the net cord, backhand cross from Medvedev, backhand down the line from Fokina into the net, 30-15. Ghost says price of eggs is high in the US. Was on how high is high? Fokina has some holes in his game. Knee service. What do you mean by knee? First service? His service, maybe in particular, could use some work. Yeah, it doesn't win enough 3 points on serve, that's for sure. It's quite underpowered, to say the least. So wide backhand from Medvedev is in. Clips the net cord, I think. Yep. Or clips the baseline, sorry, even. Forehand. Oh, why is he trying to go for a broke down the line? It's a rising ball. Tries to crunch it down the line. Misses it. He's trying to paint the line there. It says close call. It's not that close, to be honest, on the replay. 30 all. Serve out wide is long. Second serve coming up. And says, I'm sorry, my keyboard's kind of broken. No problem at all. No problem. Second serve. Forehand to forehand in. Oh, what a drop shot. What a drop shot. Takes it early, Fokina. Beautiful touch. It's a close call. He's clipped the line, I think, with it. Doesn't matter, though. It's clipped it. That's all that matters. 40-30. A chance to go 3-2 here and win 2 games in a row. Try and put some type of pressure on Medvedev in this final set. Oh, what's he doing? He gets the ball down the middle of the court, tries to go massive with an in into out forehand. He's clearly cramped and just blazes it wide. I just don't get it. There's so many of those types of forehands he hits that end up going wide or long. It's crazy. So that wide from Fokina drags Medvedev out wide. Backhand in the middle. Backhand to backhand now. Down the line goes Fokina. Forehand down the line as well. Backhand cross from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand now. Oh, he tries to go big with a backhand cross and goes into the net. This could be... You feel like he gets broken here 4-1. There's probably no way to come back. And after working quite hard to get that one of the breaks back at least, he did have a game point. He didn't convert it. Tried to go massive on the forehands for some reason. Absolutely zero idea why. His shot selection, as someone said earlier, has been poor at times. So up wide. Short ball to attack. Gets the net cord, but it... Oh, well. He hits the net cord, but it's not favourable to him. So it drops back onto his side. And puts his hands up. But to be honest with you, you can't blame the net cord. He's made some poor choices in that game. He's 4-1 down in the final set. And someone said earlier that his dad's a boxer. Well, we've seen what Fokina doesn't get particularly happy after mistakes like that. I imagine the locker room might be a bit of a mess after this match, potentially. Yeah, it's a shame though, isn't it, I think, because he did pretty well for a lot of it. And just managed to, I don't know, just fell away because of some poor decision-making, and that's it. And the match is really gone, which is a massive shame, in all honesty. But it's okay. He'll get there. He'll get there. He'll get there. Ghost says him the fat lady's warming up. Oh god, yeah. It's not over till the fat lady sings, as they always say. Eh? Oh man. The stretch. Really hoping Dominic Thiem gets some matches under his belt. And in this, in Buenos Aires, that is. Serve out wide from Medvedev. Forehand goes wide from Fokina. Adam says his serve is not terrible, but in games like this, an ace would be very helpful. Yeah. Even unreturnable. There just haven't been many of those. They've been very far and few. Between only one ace so far today for Fokina, 3 double faults. That's not a great return. Good serve out wide from Medvedev. Takes on the drive volley. Goes cross-court with it. Fokina makes it awkward, though, with a backhand down the line. Good pass. Medvedev not able to get that volley back into play. Great return point there from Fokina. Great defensive work. Made it difficult for Medvedev. So out wide from Medvedev. Then goes forehand, cross. Forehand to forehand here. Always the baseline has Fokina. Then goes backhand, cross. Great hitting. Here comes forward. Hold on. Oh, no. The backhand's... Oh... The backhand's out. Is it? It looks into me. No, it's out, and that's why I'm not a line judge. That's why I'm not a line judge. Does make you think, how many calls do you get wrong in your life? So wide from Medvedev, backhand cross is short from Fokina, backhand into the net from Medvedev. It is 30. Third on the tee is wide, just. Second serve coming up. Goes into the backhand of Fokina, into out, backhand return, then goes into win. He's got another break point here. It's so ironic because if he managed to hold serve, potentially, I mean, it's not always the case, but he might have had this opportunity and it would have been a chance to go back onto serve. Instead, it's just another chance to get one break of serve back. You're into in forehand from Medvedev, forehand down the line, backhand to backhand. Yeah, backhand to the net from Medvedev. Their trade breaks, 4-2. Very interesting. Medvedev suddenly having a little bit of a slump here. There's a chance to go 5-1 up. Instead, it's 4-2. Fokina was serving. He had a game point on his serve. Didn't take it in his service game. Medvedev didn't have a game point, to be fair. Just a couple of poor mistakes and points from the Russian. Serve. It's another kick. He's hitting that kick serve a lot anyway. Serve was not the best, to be honest. And they get into the rally. He goes forehand on the line. He misses it. Fokina goes long. So love 15. Serve down the tee. Forehand into out from Medvedev. Backhand on the line from Fokina. Forehand to forehand now. Down the line goes Fokina. Backhand cross from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand. Down the line goes Fokina. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand is in from Fokina. Forehand cross again. Forehand to forehand. Down the line goes the Spaniard. Slice from Fokina. Down the line. Clips the baseline. Does he? Nope. To be fair, he's had a lot of shots that have been very close to the baseline. Just needs to give himself that little bit of extra margin. But it is love 30. A twist, says Ghost. Yeah, a twist indeed. A twist indeed. Adam says Fokina's serve needs to come to a rescue now. It's not, though. That's the thing. It's not. Unless he backs it up nicely. He just needs to hit his spots, and he hasn't there again. Like, he's just kind of gone down the middle of the box. But anyway, backhand to backhand. Then goes out into the net. He's gone away from that slicer that wide from the juice on. I don't know why. He's got his hands on his knees. I don't know if he's tired. I think he's just frustrated more than anything. He's love 40, 3 break points for Medvedev. This hasn't been the best match for holding serve, that's for sure. There's been a lot of breaks of serve in this match. And we do have 3 break points. Kicks out wide. Backhand cross from Medvedev. Backhand to backhand here. Slice from Medvedev. Backhand cross from Fokina. Backhand to backhand. Fokina then goes into with the forehand. Forehand cross from Medvedev. Forehand to forehand now. Or just whipping the forehand like that. Backhand cross is missed from... Oh, my gosh. Oh, so many errors in the big, big moments from the Spaniard. 5-2. And I have to say, if he was ever going to beat Medvedev on a hard court, this version of Medvedev today on this indoor hard court was beatable for Davidovich Fokina. And I don't think he's applied himself probably the best that he should have. There's been some good spots of play from him, but he's just not been able to play consistently at the higher of his levels anyway. He just hasn't been able to play at one of his, at his top level consistently enough throughout this match to win it. And that's why he finds himself 5-2 down in the decider. Yeah, it says Davidovich Fokina was born and raised in Okay, that's fine. So he was born in Spain, a Swedish-Russian father, Edward. Davidovich and a Russian mother, Tatiana Fokina. Okay, nice. Thank you. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. Here we go. 5-2 Medvedev serving for the set and the match. Serve down the tee is an ace to start off. 15 love. Nihal says, is Rolls Royce expensive? Yeah, Rolls Royces are pretty expensive, yeah. As cars go. Good set out wide from Medvedev, backhand to backhand here. Slice from Medvedev. Haven't seen a lot of those. Into in, forehand from Fokina is in. Good forehand. Good winner. 15-0. Punished correctly. $30-15 though. 9 aces for the day for Medvedev. He's not been at his best, but the serve has been good in spurts, that's for sure. Good short return from Fokina. I say good, it wasn't a good short return, just a short return after a good serve into the backhand. And Medvedev swats it away with the forehand. He's got 2 match point opportunities. 2. Dos, as they would say in Spain. There you go, 2 match points. Served on the tee, and Fokina can't get it back over to the net. He goes backhand into the net on return. And it is a win for Medvedev, coming from 1 set down to winning 3 sets, 4-6, 6-2, 6-2. Not the best of displays from either player, honestly. But, yeah, an interesting one. I think in the end there was about 13 breaks of serve in this whole match. Not the highest of qualities, but, you know, pretty entertaining match, to say the least. Not too bad. Enjoyed it for the most part. Let me know your thoughts on it anyway. But yeah, good match. I'm not even going to bother going through the stats, if I'm being honest with you, just because I don't think it's needed for this specific match. I think in the end, it was more just a case of Davidovich Fokina didn't play well enough in the big points when it mattered in the second and third sets. He had chances. He really did have chances to make something happen, just wasn't quite clinical enough. And that's fine, that happens, but maybe showing as well a little bit of the golfing class between the 2 players as always, given their rankings and given the achievements so far. But, you know, all in all, solid match. Saki says, thanks for the excellent commentary. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Jane says, wild ride indeed. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Appreciate it. Remember to that like button, please. If you haven't done so already, do subscribe if you're new as well. Of course, we have a lot of content on here, not just watch-alongs and live stream commentary as well. Do consider becoming a member as well if you don't mind. It does help us out. And, of course, any support is greatly appreciated. But, yeah, really appreciated to everyone. Greg says, thanks for the coverage, Fazan. Take care, everyone. Yeah, thank you, Greg, as always. Appreciate you guys tuning in. And hopefully we'll see tomorrow. We'll try and do at least one tomorrow. There's so many good matches on. I've got to try and do one. Need to check when the timings are, but the idea is to do at least one match tomorrow. We shall see. Adam says, good night, Fazan. I'm going to Zoncal. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it. Peter says, thanks. No problem. Peter, thank you. Peter, I love how you spell my name in a unique way. It's fine. I don't mind it. It's just, it's funny. It's funny. But yeah, no, thank you guys. Really appreciate it as always. And yeah, we'll definitely I reckon we'll be doing at least one stream tomorrow. And then I'm hoping actually we can get some preview videos up, because some of the matchups are going to be really, really good in the next few days. So maybe get some preview videos out and post-match analysis as well, because I know quite a few of you enjoy those ones. That's okay, no problem at all, Peaches. I don't mind. It's all good in the hood. Cool. Thank you very much, guys. Stay safe and well, and we shall see you on the next video.